Hello everybody, this is Sonya and I'm in Australia and I'm back now because I wanted to show you what I've been working on. Haven't had put a video up for a few days because I've been otherwise doing things and that, and I've started to do my Gypsy book, and I've got my first page. Now I hope, well actually I did them other pages but I scrapped those because now I have an amazing lot of stuff to work with, and well I did have things, but I just couldn't seem to get the go on it, and now I know I know what I'm doing now. For some reason it's just all dawned on me, and I hope that people think that this is okay. I've got a pocket. I made this in the style of Roseanne's. She hopes she didn't mind. That's Roxy Car 11, and she's a really lovely lady and a beautiful crafter. She does absolutely gorgeous things, and if you're not subscribed, you need to go over and visit her. She's a really clever lady. So here's I've got a lot of pieces that she sent me on here. That piece there, I cut a piece off that piece, so I've still got another piece left. Put this pretty lady on there, but I put a bit of Mod Podge on that because I didn't do it in fabric. I don't think it worries whether it's up to you, but this is mine to keep. So for me, so at least I think that I'm going to do that. I don't know. Probably when I make it, I might gift it out or something. Just depends. How I feel. I do that. I make things, and then after a while I think, well, it's time somebody else was to have it. But anyway, so this piece here was a bit of lace that I had. There's a bit there that Roseanne sent me. I made this part there because I thought I liked it, and then there's another bit underneath here, and I thought, no, that's off that. And I put this here, and for some reason, look, it turned out like a fan, and it was accidental. I promise you, just put it there like that. I rolled that up because I needed to have a bit of orange that way. I sort of like to give a bit here and there, different colours. I've probably got a bit too much glue in that little section, and I might be able to stick something on that later. There's a piece of purple under there that I had, and this here's a really nice piece of trim. It has a flower around the edge of it, so I tried trying to make it, I don't know, to put it around I took these off a piece of jewellery and I sewed them there, so it looked like she has some of those little they're a bit big for a forehead, but it's all it's just a craft thing, I guess, so it probably works okay, I guess. This is a piece off of a dress that I bought that I just put along there. There's a piece behind that Roseanne sent me, and it's blue, nice shiny blue one, and this piece is a piece of got a bit of glue on it. There's always plenty of glue left behind, isn't there? I don't use the glue gun because I burn myself too much, but anyway, so and I just frilled up that flower there. This edge was actually on the fabric to start with like that, so I just left it like that, and that is a piece of thread that I just went round and round and round and glued it on the piece of material because I just wanted the colour there for that one, for that I don't know why, but I just felt like that needed to go there. And I probably need to put a bit more bling on it. I don't know yet. I put this trail of that one going through. I think I like it. I gathered up these pieces here, this piece of material, was made two things that look like little ears probably, but it's just maybe a flower out there at the back of that. So, but anyway, and I put the trim across the bottom with a bit of frilly fibres on that, and I like it. I do. I think I'm really liking that. Now I made some tassels as well. I made these tassels because I wanted to put them somewhere, whether they go on the back or whatever, on the spine. But I made these up a couple of weeks ago out of pieces of taffeta mainly, and like frilly wool fibres and things. It's just like there's a bead cap and a bead, and so it's pretty easy to make those. And I've made that one, and I made some shabby chic ones, but this one here I found, I don't know if it actually goes with my other thing that I'm making, but I'm going to show you it in a minute. I think I'm going to reach under here and I'll show you these other ones that I did. I've been working on these shabby chic ones with the taffeta. Oh dear, there's the phone ringing at me. Oh goodness me, I'm going to have to ring him back, and it's my son, I'll have to ring him back after. Yeah, so this is nice, pretty, isn't it nice? And the cap on the top and the wire going through it. And then I've got this one here, and it's really nice too, isn't it? Look at this. I might show you the other book I'm working on as well, because I am working on more. Now I've got stuff all through here, and this one here that I've made is another tassel that I did, so they look really awesome. I really love these. Now whether I was going to put these ones all together or put this one here on to, I know I've got another one of these laying around somewhere too. I do, because I've made more than one, I'm sure. Had a lovely time making these. So I also did a few beads. I did a few shabby chic beads, okay, because now I'm going to show you the book that I'm making in that style, which is probably could it go to whenever I made them things I showed you. The pieces I showed you were if you go in here, see, alright, so this is my fabric shabby whatever book, fabric, lace, paper. I got everything on it. Very disappointed that my glue left these marks, but I'm going to cover those over, thank goodness, because I can do that. Okay, now I put a nice picture of a lady on there which I haven't covered yet, painted her, but I'm going to cover her with some I don't know what would be, nail polish or something to put to stop her from tearing. Clear nail polish. So I made that little embellishment, and I stuck that up the top, and you've seen this one in what I did. Got a nice piece of material going across there and a bird, and he's sitting on this piece of fabric, and I just stitched around the edge of that. Now inside, the inside I haven't actually put anything in it yet. This is my the paper that I got, and actually looks pretty cool. It doesn't look like it's quilted or something. The book is actually the spine and the cover off an old book that I took the insides out of, and I did that. And if I need to show you how to do that, I can do that. I hope I can do that soon, because sometimes I get a bit down and I just can't seem to get myself motivated on it, you know. But I will try and show you if anybody wants me to show them how I did this. And then this is my first page. Okay, so I've got one of those glassine bags that I've just put right around the page. The paper I used is from a pad that I bought or was given by a friend. It's got all these wonderful pages in it. See that? It's just, that's how it's made. There's no, so I didn't have to worry about doing any dyeing of tea or anything, because I didn't want it necessarily tea dyed anyway. I put a stamp there that come on a parcel with a bit of something behind. There's one of the embellishments that I made. I've got a little bird on there, love the birds, and I've got a little note pages in there that you can just do writing on, and under there you could just write down too if you wanted to write down something. Okay, and then the next page, because I haven't finished yet, so I'm still working, and I promise I will come back and show you as I go along if I can do that. So this is a piece with the paper on it that's out of an old how about you wire electric lights and things up that I bought. So I made a pocket out of that, and in the pocket there's something in the pocket. I didn't know if I put anything in there or not. Oh yeah, there's a little tag. We'll see how we go though. And there's a tag placed behind the tuck spot there. I put a piece of material, and I made this little dangly bit there to put on it. And this page here is, of course, for writing in, because this is sort of like you'd say a journal with you know, of laces, and there's lots of things in it. Okay, and this page here has got a squash flower. When I did that, I've gone right over that page, so that's going to crinkle up a bit on me until I get the hang of, till I put something on it. And anyway, I'll get it fixed, I will. Anyway, so this has got that nice piece of paper out of this book that I have with all these nice fairy in it. Didn't like to cut any of that off, and I put a little bit of trim. There's a tuck spot there, so I've got a little tag that I put in there. and there's fabric behind there, and I put a little fairy up there. Now this one here is an envelope. I have these, I bought these handmade ones. They must be handmade paper envelopes, and there was also pages. Well, see, that goes really good with that, I thought. So I've put an envelope there, which I've put this on it, stitched that round on the machine, and I sewed up this, and then you could just do a spotted journal in there if you want to write down something sort of, you know, interesting. Now the closure on it is only, and it's only just because when I first put it in, I hadn't stitched around there, and when I stitched around there, I made it smaller, and that thing there will just sit down because it's a little a tile I made, and just put a piece out of a sticker thing on it, and little, what's the name? So there, that's that page. And then of course this one here goes from the front one, that's the paper bag. So I'm only up to that far so far because I'm a very I don't know if it's fussy or just can't sort it out, whichever it is, but I like the things to go together good, and I will add a few of these things possibly to this book as far as on the end will go. Okay, so that's my two book journaling things that I'm working on at the moment. Okay, this is a journal, and this is going to be just a interesting gypsy one. It's not when I say just, well, it'll be really good. I think I'm sort of really excited about making it and finishing it and things like that. So thank you everybody for watching, and I really appreciate your lovely feedback, and thank you very much. Okay, so please subscribe or write me a little letter down the bottom or say something, you know. I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.